Hi guys, it is Gretchen from, let me turn this up, from Coffee, Cosmetics, and Contemplation. Anyway, I wanted to get with you guys today, and of course, do the makeup thing, all that good stuff. But I actually have something I really want to talk about. Hang on a second here. Alexa, down, please. Yay! Love Alexa. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something today. There's an awful lot going on right now about the schools and the teachers and how, they're doing a lot of striking right now, and people are really upset. Hi, Dee! People are really upset right now, especially in my hometown of Wheeling, West Virginia, that there are, the students are out of school, and of course the parents have to take off time, and the teachers are striking. So I'm wondering, guys, what are your thoughts out there? I understand both sides. If y'all don't know this, my mom was a retired school teacher. And, I saw a lot about the things that were going on. There are an awful lot of struggles that go on with the teachers. There really is. They're very underpaid. They're very underappreciated. And I understand that because, like I said, my mom, hang on a second. All my face is going over that. Yay, I'm over the little sayings now. There's a lot going on with that. What is it that you guys think? I mean, do you guys think that, the teachers shouldn't be striking right now? Or, do you think that, more power to the teachers? What is it you guys are thinking on out there right now? I'm kind of curious about that, because I guess it's a very big deal right now in my state. Kids have been out of school for quite some time now, and the teachers still haven't gotten what it is that they're looking for. So, there's a thought right there to think about what it is that's going on in this world. Anyway, I don't know if you guys know this or not, so I'm going to tell you. I am going to be an Oma. My daughter is pregnant, and she is due right around Halloween time. So that ought to be a really exciting time for all of us. So, yay! Let's start with this wonderful makeup thing here, and we will continue to chat. So what's going on out there, guys? Is there anything that's happening that you guys want to talk about? Or am I going to sit here and just basically talk to myself? Which, like I said, I'm a mom. I'm used to talking to myself. I really am. So, I'm going to start off with my mattifying sheer primer. And sit here and wonder what you guys are thinking out there. Hey, Randy! Randy and I went to school with each other. Hung out together an awful lot too, which was really a whole lot of fun. I'm grateful for that, Dee. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I need an awful lot of help. Y'all, I got everybody living here. My daughter, her husband, my 2 sons, and all of their fur babies. So at the last count here, I've got my 2 dogs, my 2 cats, Gloria and Jameson's dog and 3 cats, and Patrick's 2 cats. So I need a lot of help. I probably need some psychiatric help too over that. So what's happening, peoples? I'm curious here. Nobody's talking. Nothing? Everything? Some things? Setting spray over top of the primer. Ooh, 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 I know one thing. I'm going out this morning to go get my real ID, because it seems that right now I'm kind of illegal, because my license has expired, and yeah. So I got to go get my license renewed. And right now they're doing the whole real ID thing. But getting to makeup, let's make 20. I'm going to tag both of them in this, Dee, just for that right there. I guarantee you that ain't going to fly. Well, maybe if we got them drunk, it might fly then. Anybody else out there thinking anything? See, I've told you guys that I'm going to be in Oma. I told you guys that, talking about the striking thing, And let's also talk about the fact that kids are very, very old these days before they move out. Very, very old these days. Actually, my son brought an article to me, which was rather interesting. Randy, Stan, you guys can like totally attest to this. But when we were kids, the first thing we wanted to do was just get out the door. That's all we wanted to do. Wanted to grow up, move out. That's all we wanted to do. And actually, not really in that order. We basically just wanted to move out. And then we'd grow up later on. But these days, there was an article that my son brought to me. And it was a legit article. You know, it wasn't fake news or anything weird like that. That said, the average age now that kids leave their parents' houses is 34. And I just kind of looked at him, and all I said was, 10 more years? 10 more years? Okay, 10 more years. Finishing spray. Why finishing spray? Oh, okay. The reason, D, is, and Aaron taught us this, it actually, the makeup sticks better. For some reason, it actually stays better. It stays longer. It stays crisper, cleaner. That makes any sense? So anyway, kids these days, you know, are staying home now until they're, you know, in their early 30s. As a parent, that's cool and all. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I love my kids. And I also would love them to, you know, move forward with their lives as parents. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that our kids always do better than what we do. We want to make sure that, you know, they grow to be everything in the world that you know, they can be. And it's kind of up to us to be able to, you know, make that happen. My mom was always the type of person who, she let me make my mistakes. God knows I made a lot of them. But she was always there. You know, if anything happened and I fell pretty damn hard quite a few times, she was always there to pick things up. You know, she helped me a lot. Sometimes I wonder if she didn't help me too much. But, you know, in the end, I think that I think she did the absolute best that she could, and I think I was a hell of a handful. So I own my kids. You know, I actually do feel like that. I'm sure that a lot of parents out there don't, and I understand that. I get that completely. But I really do feel like, you know, I want to help them out. I don't want to see them crash and burn, and I know everybody needs to learn their lessons, but I don't like to see my kids struggle. Does that make any sense? I mean, I'm not trying to be a friend. Please don't get me wrong. I'm still trying to be a parent. But, oh, by the way, I'm putting my foundation on with a brush today. Decided it would be a little bit easier, a little quicker. But, you know, I'm trying my best. Unfortunately, we never got rules and regulations and a handbook when we had our kids. Wish to God we would have, but we didn't. And, you know, we just try to be the best parents that we can be. We do the best that we can do. I'm sure that we're never going to be perfect because, well, whoever is. But as long as you love your family, as long as you love your children, and you do what it is that you feel that is, you know, helpful, then great. Then you've done everything you possibly can. I have a friend of mine right now, and I can say this because, A, she's not here. So, you know, it's not like I'm telling tales out of school or anything because there's nobody here and I'm not giving names. But she feels that she has completely and totally failed as a parent. And, you know, I know that there are a lot of us out there, I'm one of them, as a matter of fact, that we go through those times where we feel like, oh my God, we have failed you, we failed you, we failed you. But in the end, I learned a valuable lesson. And the lesson that I learned is when you get to be a certain age, like when you get to become an adult, you eventually have to take responsibility for who and what you are. You can't continually blame your family for it. You can't continually blame your parents for it. You know, yeah, okay, everybody has a sucky childhood. I can, you know, everybody out there, I haven't met one person yet that said, oh yeah, my childhood was so amazing. Everybody's got a sucky childhood. It's part of being a kid. But you rise above that, you learn from that and you get over that. It's just, it's the way of it. And a lot of kids out there today are blaming their parents for it. And unfortunately, she is one of the parents that is getting blamed. I just keep telling her over and over again, don't worry about that. You've done the best that you possibly can. Your child is alive. She is prospering. You give a kid all the tools to get out there. All the tools. And whatever they do with those tools, it's kind of on them. And, I'm not a sink or swim kind of person. But, there is a time when you got to basically just say, done everything I can. And, that's what I told her. That you do everything that you can as a parent, and if you feel that you failed, that's just life. Nobody's perfect, and none of us have been perfect. And I know I'm not perfect. So today we're going to do another cool thing. We're going to do some more contouring, which is really weird, right? But before we do that, I already put this on, but I didn't tell you guys. I put on my blue corrector. And I'm going to put on my brightener right now. Put that over top of there. And I'm going to do something today called baking. Oh, guys, I got to tell you this. I am on Instagram. And the Instagram that I put up there was a picture of me trying to do this baking thing. And I kind of hashtagged a few things. And I hashtagged baking, and hashtagged, bye-bye circles, stuff like that. But I also hashtagged one other thing too. And boy, did I get some replies for that. I hashtagged wake and bake. That was fun. So, what are you guys all up to this morning? I'm giving you a lot of different things to talk about, but nobody's talking. Anything out there? Anybody out there? Anything happening? Stan, how's Cooper doing? My friend Stan, he's got a kitty cat who has not been doing the greatest lately, but we're all keeping him in our prayers. And, our fur babies are exactly that. They are still our babies. Okay, so I was told that, you can contour and you can change things about yourself. So I am going to try and cut through here and see how that works. It may not work. Then again, it might work really great. I don't know. So we're going to try this out. See if it works. It might not. So there's my contouring. You go right underneath the cheekbones, find your cheekbones, and basically you go from the corner of your ear, or the temple here, right where your ear is, it comes straight down, both sides. And then you're going to take some highlighting. I'm going to use this brush, and I'm going to do two things. One, I have my under eye stuff here, so I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to do some baking here. So let's do a little wake and bake here. So what you do is you take a powder and you pack it underneath your eyes right where you have all of your concealer at. And you pack it down and you pack it 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 and you pack it. Pack it some more. And when you feel that you've had enough on it, keep on doing it. Pack a little more. Cut like that, and then you let it sit and sit and sit and sit and sit until you're finished with everything else. Then you just brush it off. So let's go ahead and finish this up. For the contouring here, I'm going to go underneath through here. I'm going to do my chin a little bit. I'm going to put just the tiniest bit of contouring right underneath my bottom lip. And the reason why you do that is so it will pop your lip off. That way, you look like you've got fuller lips on the bottom. I already do have pretty full lips, but, do the best that we can here. So, let's finish this mess up, shall we? So let's take the same color that I used for my baking. Third one up here on our contour palette. And I'm going to go through here. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to do this. A little bit more like that. And do my chin. Do my nose. And then I am going to use my contouring dark brush here. In the center one, right there. Tap it a little bit. And I'm going to go up by my hairline and I'm going to just contour up to my hairline. Make sure that you get into the hairline. What this is going to do is it's going to bring your forehead down a little bit. So for those of us that have really high foreheads, this is an awesome, awesome, awesome trick. I don't know a whole lot about a lot of things, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, so now I'm going to take... Good morning. Just want to let you know that... Oh, awesome. Somebody just said good morning and thanked me very much for the makeup. So awesome. Anyway, let me go ahead and finish this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buff this out. Getting messages now. So I'm going to buff this out and it's going to give us a nice little line. And I'm going to buff this out and pray God and good Lord above that this works. Hard to know if it will or if it won't, but we're going to try. And we're going to keep on buffing this out. Buff, 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 buff. Blend, blend, blend. And hey, Michelle, how are you? By the way, your products are coming in today. Yay! Let's see, so far we've talked about, what have we talked about? We've talked about schools, teachers, and strikes that are going on right now. And we've talked about kids that stay at home a lot more now than what they have done in the past. What else have we done? That's about it. Yeah, I can't wait for you to use it either. I really can't. It's pretty awesome stuff. But then again, you know that. Okay. So, done some contouring here. Not sure how great it is, but hey, did some, oh my God. Scott. Hey. Y'all, this is my brother, Scotty. There he is. And I'm afraid of what he's going to do. Afraid. So anyway, keep on buffing, 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 buffing. Hi, Jesse. What's up, bro? So keep buffing, buffing, buffing. Yeah, you're kind of creepy anyway. You've been creepy forever. I absolutely love my brother. I do. I really do. He's awesome. He's a good kid. My baby brother. I'm telling your secrets, man. I'm telling everybody how nice you are. So we're going back with another one of the lighter colors on the contour, the same one that I'm sitting here and baking with. And we're just going to even up that contouring that I did. Oh, hey! I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you've been paying attention to Facebook, I know that you have. Have you noticed that this is like the 32 or 35th anniversary of Pretty in Pink? Do you guys remember that movie? If you haven't, if you don't remember it, you do not know what you're missing, and you definitely need to go and watch it. It was probably one of the most poignant movies of my childhood. It made a lot of things, you know, I understood a lot more. That's right, hell yeah! We're going to do a little bit of shimmer up above. Just like that. A little more shimmer right here. Like this. Hey, Richie! You guys are up there right now in West Virginia. Scotty, I know that you've got a couple things that you could say about this, and Richie, you know, you're up there too. You guys can say something about this as well. What's going on with that? What's going on with that striking that's going on? Thank you. I'm a big 90s girl. Okay, sweetie, you have a wonderful day, and I will read your messages, I promise. Enjoy your day, sweetheart. Enjoy your day. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do eyeballs. Teachers got what they wanted, just winning on. Did they? What was it that they were striking for? I pay a lot of attention to Facebook, but sometimes I don't get everything that I need to get out of it. What'd they get, Scott? $5%? That's a lot better than 0%. Good to know. Well, it's good that they got a pay increase. They definitely deserved it. I hate that it happened the way that it did. I hate that, you know, the kids ended up basically having to suffer. They don't think it was suffering, I'm sure, but, you know, when they don't get those vacations that are coming up and they have to make all those up and they're looking at getting out in June instead of in May, then I'm sure they're probably not going to be happy with that. So anyway, on the waterline goes the eyeliner pencil. And like I have said 1,001 times, this eyeliner pencil is awesome. It does truly remind me of the days of being in junior high and high school where we took the regular pencil liners and lit them up. Can't wait for Tara to go back to school. How is my nephew doing? A little bit of family time here, huh? So it's a nice and it's a gentle eyeliner, and it works really, really well. Like I said, it reminds me of the days when we were sitting there in the bathrooms or wherever else we were, lighting them up with the lighter and burning the top of or burning the tip of them, trying to get them to melt, and then praying to God and the good Lord above that we didn't burn our eyeballs out, changing His name to pain in the ass. Well, he's yours. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. I am all over the board today, guys, so forgive me if I am getting all kinds of out of here. Hey, Leanne, how are you, honey? Been talking about all kinds of stuff. You're welcome to throw your 2 cents in here. I'm surprised that Randy hasn't thrown his 2 cents in here. We've been talking about, well, I have been talking about teacher strikes and kids that live at home until they're 34 now, according to articles that I've seen now. Yeah. Well, yeah. Just slipped in, huh? I'm not gonna tell anybody, I promise. I won't tell a soul. Hi, Carolyn! Everybody's sitting there going, hey, what is she doing? Oh my God! Yeah, 34, Leanne, 34. That's what I said too. But, you know, 34, that seems to be the average age now. Don't get me wrong, guys. You know, I am very grateful that I have kids that are, you know, close to home. I really am. I don't have a huge family. I really don't. I've got a brother who is, like, way up north. And I got a sister who is way up north, but I don't have anybody that's like down here, when it comes down to Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner and all that. I really thought that this past year was going to suck really bad because, my mom passed away in July. And I was worried that, I was going to be alone, even though I'm married and, got kids and all that crap. You know what I mean? One of mine is already on her own, and the other can't wait to finish school to get out and do his own thing. See, and that's the way we were when we were kids, man. We were just like, get me out the door. I want to go out the door now. No, I left home when I was 18 years old. Big mistake. But I did leave home at 18. And, had a lot of issues with that. Not you? That's not necessarily so there, kiddo. I know better than that shit. You were gone before I was, I think, weren't you? Well, age-wise. I'm not a whole lot older than you, but I know I was gone before you. But that's the way we were. We wanted to get out on our own, and we wanted to do our own thing. And, that's just the way it was. A lot of the kids these days have literally no idea what it's like to be on their own. They really don't. I'm not making comments about my kids or anything like that. I'm simply just saying, in general, they really don't know what it's like to be on their own. I have a friend whose son is still at home, and he is 35. I'm trying to kind of get me to go. I kept coming back. Like a bad penny, dude. You kept turning up. But no, he's 35 years old and he's still living at home. But a lot with that, and not, with that being said, a lot of the reason is because his mom doesn't want him to go. An awful lot of people get, they get married and they stick around and they stay together for the kids' sakes. And usually when that happens, once the child has reached a certain age, then they get this empty nest syndrome thing. And that's because they don't have really anything bonding them to their partner. If that makes any sense at all? These are just my 2 cents. I mean, you're welcome to disagree or anything else. That's perfectly fine, because that's what this is all about, is contemplation and thinking about things and talking. But a lot of people, once their kids are grown and they're gone, they don't have that bond. As parents, as mothers, we tend to take our children as the most important thing in the world to us. And, I'm going to get super deep here really quickly and say that, I believe in, it's not a hierarchy, I can't really say it that way, but I believe in a certain way things should be. I believe that you should have God first in your life, then I believe you should have your spouse, then I believe you should have your children. The reason why I think this is because, and then your parents. The reason why I think this is because God, of course, above all else, was without Him, where are we? Your spouse, because they are there for you and they're going to be there for you until death do you part. Not your children above your spouse, because your kids are going to move out. They're going to leave. They have to leave. That's just part of the way that things are supposed to be. So you kind of need to have a good bond with your partner if you intend to, move on, to go on. Because I'm not going to be that mother who's going to sit back and say, oh my God, no, they're all gone. Ah! I'm going to say, all right, cool. You guys are out the door. Awesome. Let's rev up that motorcycle and let's get going to Charlotte or let's go to New Orleans or something like that. That's going to be me. I'm going to be the mom that will come and visit you, and I will come and I'll even bring you a plate of cookies. But so help me God, I am not going to sit around my house, and I'm not going to sit back and wonder and wait and worry about, oh my God, my life is over now because my children are gone. No, guys, trust me. I'm counting down. I really am. I love my kids. I love them dearly. But I'm not gonna get worried. It's not gonna bother me when they move on, because I'm gonna realize I did something right. My kids are gonna be grown. They are grown, but they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be on their own. They're gonna be doing their own thing. And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to smile about that because I had a hand in that. You know, that makes me feel pretty good about that. Neighbors' kids won't get out moochy and noisy, lazy, parking all over grass and on road. Are they laying on the grass? Oh no, they're parking on the grass. Okay, I thought you said they were laying on the grass. I was like, oh my God. So what do you guys think? I know most of you out there, if not all of you, have kids. When do you think is the appropriate time to say, okay, hasta la vista, baby? The whole yard. They're parking on it or they're laying on it? Because if they're laying on it, that can be a bit of a problem. Let me guess. Tyrion's 13 now? Nah. Nah, you're a good dad, babe. You're a good dad. I know better than that. You're an amazing dad. Putting BB holes in siding. No way, really? How come you guys haven't, like, have you talked to the parents when hormones kick in? Yeah, that's true. That's true. When hormones kick in, man, it's time. You gotta go. I dealt with my own problems at that age. I don't want to deal with yours too. So if it's have you guys talked to anybody about this with the BB holes in the siding? I mean, I think I would have already jumped on that one and then some over that. Put holes in a window. Really? Somebody put holes in my window, man, there'd be a lot of problems with that. They are older, they should know better. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I really do. I have a friend of mine who's just got lucky because I swear I'm going to sound like my mom when I say this. I'm going to sound like my grandma when I say this. But got the hooligans to move out. She had some next door neighbors who had some kids that were really, really, really unruly. And she did a dance because they ended up moving out, which was great. Need stricter Red Ryder laws. Shoot your eye out. Holes in the womb. Does that say holes in the womb? God, I hope not. Yeah, I could see you doing that. Holes in the window would be bad here. We have the pillow. Ooh, yeah, that would not be good at all. That would not be good at all. I have a BB hole in my my front window. I have no idea where it came from. I do not know what took place. All I know is I've still got a little bit of a little indentation there with a little spider web coming out. Migraine meds. I need migraine meds? I just need to so messy. You could beat a yes, you definitely would jump over the fence and beat a bitch. I can honestly say I don't know if I would be that bold. Wish that I were sometimes, but I don't think I could ever be that bold. You took another round of migraine meds? Oh, honey, I'm sorry about that. So, did the baking thing. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just going to go ahead and buff this out. And that way, I don't have dark circles. Yay! See, look, no dark circles now. Now, imagine you are angry. I'd be pretty pissed off, too. I would be pissed off if I knew who did it. I have no idea who did that to my windows. Wish I did. You know, I've been lucky, Dee. My family has migraines. My son has them pretty bad. My grandmother had them, and I've been lucky. I don't really get migraines. I get killer headaches, but they're nowhere near what you guys get. Nowhere near. I mean, Props to y'all for being able to handle that, because I know for a fact I couldn't. Pink Reverie, guys. Gonna go right here on the apple of my cheek. So right over top of my contour, I'm gonna put my blush. How about that? Ta-da! Almost done. Then I can get on with my day and move through it. Well, unfortunately, Michelle, there's an awful lot, and you know, this is another big, gigantic, huge topic. Kids these days, I'm not going to say all kids because I can't say that. I know a lot of kids who've got amazing parents and they, you know, they're on them 24/7. But there are a lot of kids these days that they're just not taught right. There was a post that was done in our local Facebook thing here for our neighborhood, and they were talking about kids and how they are not. Hang on a second here. Somebody else messaging me, and I need to go away. There we go. How they're not. They don't listen, and they're not doing the right things, and you know. Unfortunately, a lot of it comes down to us as the parents. Hang on a second here. Because where are they going to learn? If they don't learn from us, where are they going to learn from? They're going to learn from society. They're going to learn from their buddies. They're going to learn from, you know, they're going to learn it somewhere. They'll learn it from YouTube, I don't know. But if we aren't there and we're not making a difference in their lives and we're not showing them the right way to do things, then they're basically raising themselves. And you can't have the blind leading the blind. Exactly. Children are not born racist. They're not born with hate in their hearts. I really don't think that they are. A lot of people say, you know, that some kids are just born evil. I don't really believe so. I think that all children are born innocent. And when you don't teach them, when you're not there, when you're not helping them move to the next step, where are they learning? No, they're not getting the right information. They're not getting the right advice. And if, as a parent, you're mean, you're racist, you're evil, well, what are you going to do? You're going to end up passing that along to your kids. So it all begins and it ends with us as parents. At least that's my opinion. You say what you want to say, and that's great because everybody's allowed to have their own opinions. But mine is, it starts and stops with us. We are responsible for what our children have become. If they are, you know, if they turn out to be great, pat yourselves on the back. If they turn out to be not so fantastic, you know, we're supposed to be there all the time. From the beginning to the end, we're supposed to be there. Just even if we're in the background somewhere, we're still supposed to be there because everybody needs a helping hand. I had an instance when I was living up north that you know, my son is part Hispanic, and he's darker than I am, but he is not, you know, he does not look truly Hispanic. And he's told y'all he's got Asperger's, and he's a type 1 diabetic. Well, at least up there he had the Asperger's. He got type 1 diabetes later on, but I digress. When we were up north, there were some parents that were not the nicest of people. Very racist, very mean, and taught their children to be the exact same way. I can remember my son coming home from school in tears because he got called a lot of names at school. Well, why did he get called these names? Because the children went home, told their parents, hey, there's a new kid, blah, 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 and this is what he looks like. So the next thing I know, I have him coming home crying because they're calling him all kinds of names because of his race. Why? What's the point of that? He's a child. Why would somebody say such negative, hateful things knowing full well their kid's going to go to school and say the same exact negative, hateful things? He came home one day on a bus ride with a picture that his friends drew him. Guys, the picture was of a swastika. And it told him that he needed this. He deserved this. He thought it was a pretty picture. And I lost it. I absolutely lost it. And I went and I talked to the parents about it. Parents just basically looked at me and said, "And? Really? And?" So I had to pull every bit of my self-control together so I didn't beat a bitch. But I showed my kids how to handle it. I basically told them, I didn't tell them off. Well, yeah, I did. I told them off. But I didn't use any type of cursing. I didn't say anything derogatory to them as a human being. I basically just called out their actions. So my kids got to see exactly how you handle stuff like that. Sad they had to see it. But, you know, I'd rather them see me try to handle things in a good, positive way than to sit there, scream, kick, and yell and do all kinds of things about, you know, "You're a horrible person." I don't want them to see that. I want them to see me in control because I want them to grow up to be able to be in control. Parents need a parent, not be friends. You know what? You're absolutely right. That is very true. And I will admit I made a hellacious mistake for the longest because my mom was very strict with me. She was incredibly strict with me. And a lot of people, all you guys out there, you know this. But I didn't want to be her. I didn't want my kids to feel what I felt while I was growing up. And, you know, I was never listened to as a kid because, you know, we grew up with that whole mentality of children should be seen and not heard. And that's an extreme. But that's how I grew up. I grew up that way. I didn't want my kids to have to feel that way. I didn't want my kids to have to, you know, to feel bad about themselves. And I went the absolute opposite way. Bipolar! Bipolar people! We're either one extreme or we're another. There's no happy in-betweens. So I did the whole give you your freedom of speech and, you know, we'll discuss anything. Sometimes, guys, you can't do that. Sometimes you just have to say, nope, that's it. The way it is, no discussion. I didn't do that. So I dealt a lot with my kids, very, very opinionated kids. They're learning now. You know, they know a little bit more now, but I pulled it up in the 11th hour. In the 11th hour, I realized, oh my God, I'm making a huge mistake. I need to be more of a parent than I am a friend. And now they look at me and go, huh? What? Why are you saying that? Why are you acting that way? Never was that way before. Because I'm a late learner. But this is the way it's supposed to be. So when they have kids of their own, I want to make sure that they, you know, that they do the right things. You're going to write a book on all this? I hate people. I can't even. I don't hate people. I don't. I really don't. I believe that everybody is good deep down inside. Just sometimes you got to dig a little bit deeper. I don't believe that people are inherently evil. I think that, you know, they go through a lot of stuff. We all go through a lot of stuff, but some people go through more than we do. So I am going to finish off here with my nearly nude ultra wear long lasting lipstick. And I'm going to top it off with my, oh heck, let's try this. This is a new one you guys haven't seen. This is a metallic lipstick. And it's Copper Rose is the name of it. So I'm going to put the nude down already. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a light layer of this over top of it. And change the color up just a little bit. Because to me it's just a little bit too dark for me. So I'm going to just go ahead and do this. I was just sitting here thinking really quickly, and then I'm going to let you guys all go. It's not just that, it's how kids in public schools act too. Well, yeah, that's absolutely true. It's one of the biggest reasons why I took my kids out and homeschooled them. I didn't want to have them to deal with that. I really didn't. No, there are a lot of things that we've gone through, and a lot of things I just, I won't even mention because it's just too much to even remember. I don't want to think about it anymore. But, there's another thing too, and I'm fully expecting people to say, oh, no, 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 it's not the way it is. In my opinion, it is. When we took God out of the schools, everything just kind of fell apart. That managed, that actually is something to think about. When we started to say that God shouldn't be a part of all of us, that was when our society started to really crumble. And I have had a lot of my friends who are atheists, since I do not discriminate. I'm not. That's your way. That's the way you think about it. That's between you and God. In the end, it really is. But my father-in-law always said there are no atheists in foxholes. He's right about that. He was a hellraiser himself, and he went through 2 tours in Vietnam, and he came back a preacher. If that'll tell you anything. But a lot of my atheist friends have made comments about the fact that, it's, well, where is he? Where is he? He's done this, he's done that. No, he hasn't done anything. We have. Our society. The actions that you take, the actions that I take, the actions that the guy across the street takes. We are the reasons why things go the way that they do. It's just the way it is. And I hear a lot of other people saying things like, well, God isn't listening to me, or he did this to me, he did that to me. No. Sometimes, exactly, Scott, God gave us free will. What we do with that, well, that's free will. You either believe and you live your life accordingly, or you don't and you live your life accordingly. I am not going to sweat my days. I'm not. I am a follower of Christ. I put God first in my life. And you're absolutely right, Dee. He does give you what you can handle. He doesn't give you any more than you can handle. And sometimes I honestly think he thinks that we're all superhumans down here because there's a lot that we got to handle. But we pick up slack. Something isn't working, we pick up that slack. But, I saw a really cool quote, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. Sometimes God has to melt us down so he can mold us. I think that makes all the sense in the world. We might have trials and tribulations, but everything that we do, all things we go through, create who we are. That goes all the way back to the beginning of what I was talking originally about with my, with kids, and how, my friend has this, the daughter who believes that, she's responsible for everything, blah, 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 blah. No. Eventually you got to take responsibility for who and what you are. It has a lot to do with that. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm going to go and start getting all my stuff done. Ta-da! Here's the contouring, and here's all that good stuff. And I hope that you enjoyed our little talk. Now, hopefully you guys will be a little bit more talkative tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.